how
What's occurring?
going on?
Yes, well, I did say that we was going to do a video. This is going to be about, a
This
few
is
things.
part two to. Well, it's partly part two to the one that I did before. I'm very sorry for interrupting.
Yeah, and I just want to say to you, I'll just
Go
interrupt
on.
you on that. I just want to say to everybody, please, um, you know, um, pray to God and give him thanks for Badr doing these videos for you, because he does find it a bit difficult with him being on drugs and stuff. But we are sick and tired of seeing videos where people are saying, "Oh, Christ save me," and after they've been saved, after they've come from the drugs.
That very may well be that you have been saved, and that's brilliant. But where's the rawness of the path to being saved?
Yeah, the path to being saved. Where's that? And God calls all of us, and we've all had problems. Drinking. I used to be an alcoholic. On the verge of dying. And God called me, and if I'd have known that I could have done this video, I would have done it, but I felt ashamed. And I don't want Badr or anybody who's taking drugs or drinking in alcohol to be ashamed when they're coming to Christ, because it's Christ that heals us. And he did call those who are sick. He doesn't come to those people. The people who are well don't need a physician. He's already said that. So please, thank God for this video. What Badr's doing, because he gets nervous and stuff like that, and it took a lot of courage for him to come and do these videos. And
Because that was Satan's tactic.
yeah,
The first couple of videos that we did, I was absolutely fine. I was absolutely fine. Really enjoyed doing them and stuff. And then Mousy said to me today, or yesterday as well, and the day before that, I need to do a video. And for some, well, we all know the reason why. I got really nervous, shy, word diarrhea, word vomit. But then Mousy pointed out as well that good. That's a good thing that you've got that.
yeah,
That's the rawness that we keep talking about.
yeah, and it just makes you know that when you got all this going on where you feel like you can't do something, it means that God wants you to do it, and Satan's stopping you from doing it and
Push
giving you
through.
yeah, you got to push through. But my husband's done well, and thank you, Bella, for doing this video, because you are going to be helping. He's going to be helping a lot of people. Who are taking drugs, and we just want to let you know that all people who are taking drugs and people who are drinking, and whatever the situation is, it could be you addicted to porn. It doesn't matter what it is. You could be a lesbian. You could be gay. It doesn't matter. Come to Christ if you want healing. Christ will welcome you. He does not reject anybody who comes to him. No one. He doesn't reject no one.
Thank you for your support.
It's okay, babe. Now, I just wanted to get into this, like
She's rubbing her hands. Get ready.
Baddy was talking earlier on about selling things. Well, it's funny because it was attached to me. This is weird. Playing with myself, and this would come on after me and my husband's come together, and I just feel like, oh, I need to do this thing over here. I'm not going into it too much,
Thanks.
okay? Because I'm not saying that my husband isn't pleasing me. It's just another way of getting feelings. My husband, please, yeah, it's called greed. Right, do you want to finish off that, mate?
Well, that's exactly what it is, because the marital bed's got to be pure. If you're being greedy, is that right?
Yeah, it is that. But let's before we go into what Bally's saying, because I want to let him finish off what he's going to say, obviously, because he's right with what he's saying. If you look what the scripture says, it says that do not give in to too much pleasure. So if greed's going to be involved, then it's not okay.
Exactly.
It's not okay.
And it also says that you come together, but for a time when you're praying, you must first agree.
Yeah, and that the wife and the husband haven't got authority over their own bodies. So, what are you doing, taking it upon yourself to use hands and feet,
Exactly.
and bananas and whatever it is that you're using?
Getting creative. It's getting creative, and some men, like though I personally didn't. I'm sorry, I've completely lost what I was going to say. But I know this bit. Some men can find that quite it can build an insecurity. It can make them feel insecure.
Yeah, it can. Yeah, And obviously, you know, when you haven't got a husband and wife, now, you know, when you haven't got a husband and wife, and or you know, and you haven't, you know, you feel that you can't control yourself when you do it.
And
No.
you like that. She means like when you've called your left hand Dorothy.
Yeah. You know, I'm not saying man. I don't know whether it's sin or not. You know, but I do know that it's wrong and it's sin to be greedy, and I do know that it's sin to take upon yourself when you haven't got authority over your own body, and then exclude your partner and then start playing with yourself, because those things are attached to porn, aren't they, and things like that. And
so yeah, that would be it. That would be.
So it's that's my opinion anyway. I think it's sin. It is sin because it's.
I'm going to refer to it as liquid gold. It says in the Bible, if you spill liquid gold, yeah, if you spill the liquid gold, that's also a sin.
Oh yeah. Just say it, babe. You can say that.
If you spill sperm, if you put sperm anywhere else apart from
you ejaculating on the floor, it's like it's not right if you're to doing that. Don't forget, men can help the woman to get pregnant and conceive, and you're not supposed to be doing that. That's our version, and I don't want to go too much into that because God's not giving us the fullness of it. But obviously, if the spirit agrees there, then that is definitely not good.
No.
In fact.
And do forgive me for the way I come across with it. I don't want it to be seen like I'm being childish.
It's just being yourself.
I get a bit shy when it comes to things like that.
Yeah. So anyway, we're going to move off from that topic. We're basically now going to be talking about the spirit of greed. He just basically got cut down yesterday on many angles because I just, I started to have this feelings of, the feelings that you get when, before you go and do this thing. What we were just talking about. And I cut him off. 3 days it went on for, and I cut him down. But the day before this happened, I had a dream, the night before, I had a dream about a bed and it was missing. And then there was a tablet as well that was missing. Now, Bad has done really well because, we've got this tablet now that we're doing our ministry on. But this was going in and out of the shop, just kept going in and out of the shop, kept going in and out of the shop. So this dream was kind of related to the bed being pure. It wasn't there. The bed was gone, and obviously then I had a trial with this thing of masturbation, greed, the spirit of greed, and obviously we worked out where it was because Heavenly Father come and give his wisdom. And so,
sorry people, as we're doing this video, something's being taken off Satan because I am itching everywhere.
Yeah, you already know what's been taken off, don't we, babe? So you're doing this video and doing your thing. Ministering to your brothers that are not very well.
My bros.
And your sisters as well.
And my sisters, yeah. Sorry, babe, I don't mean to keep interrupting.
No, it's okay. So, just saying now, like, do you know what I mean? He's been cast out now because obviously even, don't forget me and Badder are one. Obviously, you know that already because we were married. But the spirit of greed was operating in Badder because of what I was doing. I didn't get rid of him at the time, and then we realised that this spirit of greed is making him feel fiendish on paydays. Just before we're going to get paid, just acting like a fiend.
Yeah, specific days.
And he was doing it on specific days. So those of you who are in relations with somebody who's on drugs or whatever, just bear in mind what I've just told you. It's the spirit of greed, and you need to pull that down. Whether it be the wife or the husband, it needs to be pulled down because this spirit was operating in a way where he was going on like it was nothing what I was doing. Because I thought, you know what, my husband can't perform today, I was not doing this today because he's smoking or whatever. Not because he can't, it's just that, when you're occupied with drugs, you kind of like, don't have sexual relations as you would normally due to the drugs. So I'm like taking it upon myself. And I realised, Heavenly Father pulled it down, he kept pulling it down. And it was gradual. It wasn't straight away it got pulled down. It was that I resisted and then I went back to it, and then I resisted and then I went back to it, but then this time it was like, we're not going back to this.
No.
So, I don't want you to think that you're going to die because you've done this thing.
No,
But it's the spirit of greed and it's a stronghold.
Yeah.
And it needs pulling down.
Yeah.
And obviously then it was connected to what Badder was doing with the acting like a squirrel. He does too much, coffee.
That's exactly what it was, and then that had spiraled into something because I had the I don't like saying it, but it's the only way to describe it. Because I had the scatty mind, the scatty brain, it had put a look on my face which Little Miss Beautiful here had realised,
Mhm.
and because I couldn't explain it, then it had just, I don't know, caused irritation. It just basically
Yeah,
it caused
spark off
division.
like
It's-
division. Yeah, it was.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll start that off.
And that's another thing. So there's a lot that comes down with pulling.
Yeah,
This-
that the
this-
greed.
yeah.
Yeah. Right now, the other topic that I want to talk about is the selling things. Obviously, Barry was talking about the selling things. And it's not nice when you buy him something and then, or you buy your loved one something, or you buy yourself something, and these things end up in the shop like the next day. In
It's,
fact, it's been known to be the same day. Sorry.
yeah, and the fact is, it's in my head at the time. I'm thinking that I'm because it's an argument. Just for instance, the last one was we had a bit of an argument. Like you seen the heartfelt video that Mousy did when I buggered off.
Yeah.
I didn't bugger off, but yeah. I thought I was being spiteful to Mousy. As horrible as that sounds, in that situation, but I wasn't. The only person I spited was myself, because it's me that hasn't got a scooter.
Yeah.
It's me that's full of regret,
Yeah.
and it's me that is now.
Walking about.
Yeah, there you go. I'm walking about, and just to clarify, I don't like being spiteful towards my wife.
No, it's not that. It says in the scripture that we're to be sober-minded. Also, because the devil is prowling around like a roaring lion, seeking for someone to devour.
Yeah.
So we do know that when we're not sober, Satan comes on more. It means there's more of him than there is ourselves.
Yeah.
So we can't really get mad with our spouses at that point. We need to be patient in this, and just remember, like Jesus knows all things, and God knows all things, doesn't he? So at the end of the day, we have to be patient with our spouses, because it's a matter of pulling down. It's not, you know what I mean? You go, oh yeah, I really want this done today, and we do get frustrated sometimes. Of course we do, but we still need to be patient, because we're not wrestling against flesh and blood. It's as simple as that. But now we want to talk about the shops. Okay, we do need to be speaking about this, and it's very important that you know this. For your own sake, the people in the shops are actually witches and warlocks.
Extortioners.
They're extortioners. Okay, so obviously if you've got a drug problem and next minute now you've brought something, you get this feeling, don't you? Oh, I feel nice. I think I might go and get that computer for my son. But you go and get the computer and it's in the shop. It goes into the shop. And this keeps happening. It keeps occurring.
The computer, the shop that you bought the computer from,
Yeah.
gets the computer back.
Yeah, keeps getting the computer back. Or you'll get the way you haven't been in the shop for a long time, and all of a sudden you go on Amazon and you can get this computer. Next minute now, all of a sudden you got this squirrel with this drunk coke coming on. The spirit of greed. Next minute now they're going, oh, why don't you put it in the shop?
A caffeine-filled squirrel.
Yeah, why don't you put it in the shop and go and get some drugs?
Instead of going to work, again, taking the lazy option.
Yeah, and so obviously that's the spirit of laziness, idleness, okay, and then the spirit of greed working together, right? And then next minute now, this just keeps continuing. You're selling your clothes, you're selling everything, yeah.
That's the past one. The clothes one's been tore down. You'd be happy to know.
Yeah.
The clothes one's been tore down, but yeah, that was even an issue. I'm sorry, I've just got to mention while I'm on it. It got to the point where I was selling chicken.
It's alright.
And it went down to bars of soap.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
But that was a long time ago.
But it doesn't matter. We're talking about this. We're ministering to you. We've got Christ in our life, so we're not really bothered about that. We've got comfort, we've got joy, we've got happiness, and not only that, we've got salvation.
Yeah.
So this isn't about us, talking to you about, well, God did this for me, and look, I've got my Mercedes Benz. This has got nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
But we're poor Christians. We're not rich Christians, okay? And we're not putting down the rich Christians, but we're embracing, and we are not ashamed of our situation.
No.
Okay? Because our situation is going to bring glory to God, and it's going to be helping you as well.
Yeah.
And go on.
This will make you laugh as well. Greed also leads to things like this. Getting robbed.
Yeah.
I cannot tell you the amount of times this woman has seen it coming, and I've not listened because of greed, because of the scatty thing, or because of greed, or because. And it got to the point where this individual took the money from the back door and walked out the front door.
Yeah, and I told him, said, my father said no, you know.
I
But-
said, don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it. You're going to get robbed. Nah. They took the money from the back door and walked out of the front door.
Yeah, so you have to be, you know, you have to be careful of this and listen to what God says to you, and don't be disobedient.
And
because
listen to your wife, because your wife knows better, because it's come from God.
Yeah, or your husband's, because you know it could be the other way around. Now, but let me get back to what I was saying. Nah, I love my husband. You know, he does this all the time. Right, so I'm talking about the people in the shop now, and I want to get quick to it because you know that Bala's going to interrupt me in a minute. Right, it's like this: the person who the demons that are in that individual. Now we're not talking about the flesh; we're talking about the spirit. Yeah, is pecking, going, oh, why don't you go and put it in the shop? Because they want things going in their shop. Have you seen what the organisation is of that? So you're a drug addict, yeah, you're vulnerable. You go and buy something for yourself, and then your thing goes in the shop, or it goes to the drug dealers. It's never coming into the house, is it? It's always going to the drug dealer. Yeah, your money is go. So you go sell the thing, yeah, that you just brought, and then when you sell it, you get the money, and it goes to the drug dealer.
Yeah.
That needs pulling down.
Yeah.
That needs pulling down.
And extortioning, this is what the extortion is. The shop will buy it off you for £20 and then sell it for £100, and it's usually the person that sold it to him that buys it back.
Yeah. And then you've got this.
Which is me.
Yeah, exactly. And then you've got this one where you know, you've got the, you know, you haven't got no way of going to the shop because the shop's closed, and then you've got the actual item, and the drug dealer will, you know, want it for £20 after you just brought it for
£300.
Do you know what I mean? And you're really desperate, so you're going to do it. And then your spouse is looking at you all frustrated, thinking to yourself, you know, I feel like hurting you right now.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? What was all that? You keep talking about you're going to keep this, that and the other, and and you're not doing it.
Yeah.
You know?
You know what happened the other day? This was before my scooter went into the shop. I had an individual roll past me and said, I've got bare money now. If you want to sell your scooter, let me know.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what? If you've got loads of money,
Yeah.
why do you want to buy my scooter? Why don't you go and buy your own? This was something I had to build up because I know I don't really know how to word it, but I know Marcy will.
Yeah, it was out of order. You know, I'm not being funny or anything like that. You've got money to go and do that. Why do you need Badders specifically?
Because that was another.
Why Badders? Why do you need to have Badders scooter specifically? It's like you can see the demons just operating on a level where they come to steal, kill, and destroy.
Yeah, and that was another way of pulling greed down.
Yeah. So, you know, and obviously with all the revelation that God's given us, you know, this is what God will, you know, told Badder, you know, just wants to remind you of it, Badder, and obviously tell you as well. He said, look, you know, when you get paid, why is it that you're spending all of your money when you've got a drug addiction that goes on for days and days and days? Why is it that you're going out spending all your money in one hit? But you're addicted tomorrow, and you're addicted the next day. So you see, the thing is, sometimes we do need to be listening to God. Like with God, I know it might not be ready, and sometimes we don't do, you know, what's supposed to happen, what He said. But the matter is, it does make sense, doesn't it? The matter does still stand. Your addiction is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So why is it that you've just gone and blown all your money off? And you know what it is? The spirit of greed.
Yeah, because you don't get any higher.
You're not even going to get no higher anyway.
I mean, that's not the point, but yeah, it kind of
Self-control needs to be there.
Yeah, it's self-control is a massive thing.
You know, it says that you're supposed to use your armour, call upon the Lord. You know, and sometimes we do that, but then it gets better of us. But it's the wife or the husband's good conduct that helps the situation as well. Because we've got, you know, just because I don't take drugs, doesn't mean I ain't got issues. I've got loads of issues. So I've got a big gob. I talk too much. You know, and, you know, among other things, you know. And, you know, I'm a work in God's, you know, God's working on me.
Absolutely beautifully.
And He's working on Badder as well. And it's so good that we're working as a team because I'm sober and he's not. So, yeah. So if you're getting, pop-ups of, you know, evil spirits coming in your head saying to sell things and stuff like that, it's because He's working for His people so He can reward them.
Yeah.
That's the basic rundown on that. And obviously, you know, we do need to be resisting him. It's witchcraft. You know,
Resist
it's
the Satan and
witchcraft.
he will flee from you.
Yes. So I just want to say thank you for listening to us, and you know, don't give up on your loved ones who are not very well.
Ever.
You know, help them and stuff like that. And I hope that this video has been helpful to you. Is there anything that you want to say to your brothers and sisters who are in addiction or whatever?
Don't judge.
In addiction.
Don't judge the one that's got the addiction.
Yeah,
God doesn't judge you.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and I just want to turn around and say to you, do you know what I mean? You're still loved. Just because drug dealers treat you bad, make you wait and all these stupid things they do, talk to you like, you still belong to God. You was made in the image of God, and you know, I would like to see more people on here who have got partners or whatever who are in addiction, and those who are in addiction to make videos, because you are still human.
Yeah.
Don't let no one treat you, you know, less than. You know, God made you and He's called you. He wants you to come to Him so that He can heal you. Okay? Right. God bless you.
Guys.
Yes, we love you. Bye.
Bye bye.